losing weight can be really stressful. And if you're somebody you've been trying to drop weight, you lost some, then you gained it back. In this video, I'm going to break down one of the biggest, how can I say this? One of the biggest mindsets that I see hold so many people back. This is one of the mindsets that I see that, people find themselves super frustrated with wanting to step on the scale, feeling disappointed when they step on the scale because they have this all or nothing mentality. If you notice that you have this wanting to be for things to be perfect, like I used to be, you can find yourself having a hard time losing weight. Okay. And so I've come across a lot of coaching clients over the past 16 years of me coaching. And this is by far one of the biggest, and so we're going to talk about this topic. And so that way I can help you get on the fast track to being able to lose weight and keep it off. All right. Um, Here's the thing. It's almost Thanksgiving at the time of making this live. And there's a lot of people that are going to be thinking to themselves, I know I need to lose weight, but I'm just going to get started after the holidays. I know I need to lose weight, but I'm going to get started once the new year hits. And this is the mindset that keeps people stuck. Lee, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. Um, and so the reason some people would be like, well, I just want to hang with the family. Like, how is that going to keep me stuck? Well, it's not so much the wanting to hang out with your family that's keeping you stuck. It's the pattern that you create around conditions having to be perfect. Okay. Here's what I mean. I want to give you like a story because before I got to this point where I have like 7,000 something subscribers on YouTube, almost 200,000 on Instagram, and over 100,000 on Facebook, I was a perfectionist. I wanted everything to be perfect. I was like, if the lighting isn't perfect, if I'm getting ready to shoot a live or something like that, this is when I first got into like doing content. And I was like, man, if the lighting ain't perfect, I'm not gonna film. If my teeth doesn't look the way I want it to look because I had a gap in my teeth back then. If you go back to my old content, I had a gap in my teeth. I got a Invisalign, and so I used to feel some kind of way. I used to be like, I don't know if I need to do the live today, you know, and so I put it off. I don't know if I need to do that piece of content today because I don't feel like really, really good today. So, I'm not gonna do it today. That's me being that's when I used to try to be a perfectionist. And it cost me. There's consequences to, our wanting to be perfectionists. There's consequences to putting things off. Oh, it's not the right time. Work is really busy. Oh, it's the holidays. So it's the holidays. So I don't know if I need to do it right now and try to lose weight because it's the holidays. I want to enjoy myself. Oh well, man, the kids they're not in school right now because the holidays, so I'm just too busy. I can't work out right now. I can't eat right now. I can't eat the healthy foods right now. Being a perfectionist, uh, kid, cool. What's going on, Freddie? What up? This is the thing. The people who are successful with losing weight and successful in just about anything, truthfully, it's not even just in weight loss and fitness. It's anything. The people who are winning, they're not waiting for things to be perfect. They're taking action. Winners focus on speed because speed builds momentum. The people who are trying to be perfect because they start to procrastinate, and what tends to happen is it prolongs the time frame it takes for them to get the results. And what tends to happen is this: they have to start and stop. They start and they're like, oh, I'm too busy. Oh, the kids out of school. Oh, work is hectic right now. Oh, it's the holidays. And what tends to happen is they have this start and stop. And it's like a train. Have you ever just seen, nowadays you really don't see trains like that, but the era I grew up under, we see trains. And when a train starts, it's slow. It's super slow. But then after a while, once it builds up that momentum, it's hard to stop. It's hard as heck to stop. It'll run straight through an 18 wheeler. Like if you've seen the videos all on Instagram and Facebook, these little viral videos, trains running straight through a 18 wheeler or whatever, because it's built up so much momentum. But here's the thing: imagine if that train starts, it's starting slow, and then it stops, and then it starts again, and then it stops. It's never gonna gain momentum. Never. And this is how a lot of people are in their weight loss journey. This is why a lot of people stay stuck because as soon as they start to build a little bit of momentum, they stop because the conditions are not perfect. And then they start again once their clothes are not fitting. Or they start again once they go to the doctor and the doctor is like, hey, you got to get on this medication. You got type 2 diabetes, you got pre-diabetes, your blood pressure too high. You have sleep apnea, Mr. Johnson. And over time, they continue to gain more and more weight because they are waiting for the perfect conditions. Oh well, I'll get started when the new year when the new year comes in. I'll get started when when my dog is done getting potty trained or whatever it is. It's always something when it comes to a perfectionist. But the people who win, I'm telling you guys, you don't have to be perfect. I have coaching clients who thought they needed to everything needed to be perfect. Oh, I gotta wait until the my work dies down. And I was like, no, you don't. Get started now because you're eating on a daily basis anyway. And so even if you can't work out 5, 6 days a week, if you just eat the right way, you're gonna lose weight. And so if you want to lose weight, it's not even so much about getting it perfect with your calorie intake. Like this is it's so much deeper than what most people realize. I've had coaching clients jump into my program and they're like, oh man, I missed a workout. They start beating themselves up. I'm like, what happened? You acting like somebody just passed away or something. You just missed a workout. Make it up. But having that perfectionist mindset, it creates a negative outlook and a negative perspective if they don't do the workout or if they eat a cheat meal, or eat a donut, eat a pancake, eat some ice cream. Like, why are you feeling bad about this? These are nothing. These are things that we should be able to do. Like, we're just living life, but there should be structure around what you're doing. But if the mindset is perfectionism, then you feel bad when you eat something that you truly want to eat because there's a reason why you ate it. You feel bad when you miss a workout, but your intent was there. You genuinely, you want to work out, but you're like, man, it's been a long day. And so you miss it. But the perfectionist would be frustrated, disappointed, discouraged. The people who are winning, getting results, like, shoot, man, I'm just gonna make it up. I'm just go, let me see what day in my calendar I can knock out this workout. Oh, I ate a little bit, I ate some pasta the night before. Okay, cool. I'm just jump back on the routine tomorrow. That's it, guys. I do this. I eat the same type of food y'all eat. I eat the burgers. I eat the pastas. I eat the tacos. I eat the cookies and the cakes and the ice cream. But the difference is I don't feel bad. I don't feel guilty after I eat these foods. Because one, I have a game plan to fall back on. A lot of times, if you don't have a game plan to fall back on, like structure, if you don't know your calorie intake, if you don't know the type of foods you need to be eating, if you have a bad meal, you kind of like don't have the confidence knowing what you need to do to get back, the way you want to be. It's almost like if you've been in business for a while, or if you just had, a thriving career and you fell on hard times, you're not just gonna wallow in your pain. You have confidence because you know exactly what type of routines and habits you need to have to get yourself back up. That's anybody who is successful. We've all fell on hard times. And shit, hard times come and go. That's part of life. And so somebody who's looking for things to be perfect, they could fall into a depression. And then things just snowball and chronically get worse. But the person who's like, man, shoot, it's part of life. What Mike Tyson said. Everybody got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. And so life is going to punch you in the mouth. And so if you're looking for perfect conditions along your weight loss journey, just know eventually you're going to get punched in the mouth. How are you going to respond? Eventually, work is going to get busy. You're going to be sore from a workout. The weight didn't go down that day or that week. You know, um, you're super tired. Eventually, life is going to punch you in the mouth. Your baby gets sick. You get sick. You have to travel. And so you can't work out at the gym. You can't meal prep. Like, these are not perfect conditions. And so you have to understand this is a lifestyle. The people who get the best results, they able to lose weight and keep the weight off, they treat this like a lifestyle. You want to be able to make money in your career, or if you're building a business, there's no perfect circumstances. It's not perfect. There's going to be days you don't feel like going in. You may just have a certain, you just may have woke up on the wrong side of the bed. You're like, all right, let me go get it done. You do it anyway. Because what happens if you don't go to work? They go fire your ass. Or if you got a business, you go start losing clients and losing customers because you're not showing up. And so you have to treat it like a lifestyle. The same way you show up to get that paycheck, you got to show up to get those results with your health and fitness. You got to show up for yourself on a daily and weekly basis, not only for your looks and your appearance and your confidence, but for your peace of mind. Because a lot of people, by them having that perfectionist mindset, now they don't have the peace of mind anymore. Because over a certain period of time, their weight goes up. Now their clothes don't fit. Now they're not happy about how they're looking. Now they're self-conscious. In front of everybody else, they'll smile. But behind closed doors, they're feeling ashamed. They're feeling embarrassed. They're like, I got to do something about this. They get to the point where they don't even want to go out with their friends or their family because they like, man, now my clothes don't fit the way I want them to. Man, I'm just too tired today. And had they been eating right under, conditions that weren't perfect, had they been exercising under conditions that weren't perfect, they'd be losing weight. Their clothes will fit. They'd have the energy. They'd have the confidence. Uh, Vision without action is merely a dream. Ooh, Marty, I love that. That's good. Got some smart people following me. Every now and then I'll get some trolls in the comments on YouTube. We got some smart people on here rocking with your boy. Appreciate that, Marty. But here's the thing. There's a lot of people who are just dreamers. And the dreamers, they stay stuck in their dreams. They don't see the changes on the scale. They don't see the changes with the way their clothes fit. They don't see the changes with their energy and their confidence. It tends to get worse, guys. Like that's the ugly side of life. The longer we live, life is gonna life will show you. Your actions and your habits leading up to this point is it's a reflection of how you've been treating yourself, how you've been living, how you've been making certain things a priority or not making them a priority. The people who get into their 30s, 40s, and 50s and they're out of shape, they're worn out, they're looking stressed, they allow life to beat them up because of the habits and the priorities or lack thereof. Doesn't mean they're a bad person, but it's all about a decision, guys. The decisions that we make are powerful. The way that we view ourselves is extremely important. And so, if you don't view yourself as somebody who's valuable, you won't make yourself a priority. Meaning, you won't make it a priority to eat the right foods. You won't make it a priority to exercise, even when it's not convenient for you. It's not the perfect situation. But we all know, people who are in love or they have children, they still do things for the people they love and care about when things are not perfect because they love that person or those people. You have to love yourself the same way. If you're not willing to love yourself the same way and have that same level of high self worth as you have for the people that you love and care about, it's going to be consequences. This is how people go from just being 5 or 10 pounds overweight to 30, 40, 50, 100 pounds overweight. Decisions. All right. And so make it a priority to prioritize yourself. All right. It doesn't have to be perfect. These feelings of, oh man, well, what if I fail? Oh man, I've tried it before. Like, guys, we all have these emotions. That's the thing. The people who are winning, they already realize it. They're gonna feel those emotions, but they're moving so fast. We're taking so much action, we don't have time to keep thinking about it. We don't have time to think about, oh, well, the lighting isn't perfect. We don't have time to think about, well, shoot, man, I might not be able to work out for a full hour, so is it worth doing it? No, we just go do what we can get done. Oh, well, shoot, man, I got to eat out. I'm going to go out with the friends. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna make it a priority to eat healthy foods, whole foods, before I go out with my friends. Oh, it's Thanksgiving. I don't want to fall off. Let me just enjoy myself with my family because it's not like I see them every day. And so let me enjoy myself with them. Then afterwards, let me get back on the game plan. Guys, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay? Super important. It's about what you did, it's what you do. Build on what you got and learn from what you lose. Oof, deep. You over here dropping gems. I love it. And so just realize, guys, um, the biggest thing is having the right habits. You have to have the right habits. You have to have the right perspective and outlook. And sometimes having the right habits and perspective, you have to get around like-minded people who are going in the direction that you're going. Because if you're around people who are not on that same type of journey that you're on, they'll shame you. Oh, you doing a little workout? You working out today? It's the holidays. Oh, why you eating like that? You eating healthy? It's the holidays. See what happens when you're in the wrong environment? They make you feel shame for doing something that you should want to do. Taking care of your health. This is it's so crazy to me, the world that we live in today, because it's like you have to like motivate people. People lack motivation to want to take care of themselves. I don't understand it. I'm just here to like give the message and give you guys clarity to people who want the help. But it's like there's people in third world countries. They don't even have an opportunity to drink alkaline water or organic food, fresh vegetables, fresh fruit, clean meats. They don't even have the opportunity to do that. But over here, we do in the United States. I'm not saying it's perfect, but oh boy, circumstances are way better than in these other third world countries. And so don't look for perfection, just focus on execution because the execution is what's going to build the momentum, which is progress. That progress makes you more motivated. And when you're more motivated, you're more likely to keep going. Like, ain't nobody arguing with results. I've had people join my coaching program and they didn't want to join when they joined, but it was like, man, I gotta do something. I'm tired of looking like this. I'm tired of stressing about my weight. I'm tired of having type 2 diabetes. I'm checking in. Somebody told me that they tired of the other day they had like blood stains on their shirt and they didn't realize it until they got to work. It was like, I don't want to deal with stuff like this no more, you know? And so when you're making decisions on your life, you have to make decisions not in your current circumstance, not based on your current circumstances or previous circumstances. People who are successful, high achievers, make decisions on the person that they're meant to become. That person who is lean, that person who's in shape, that person who's healthy, that person who's full of confidence. How does that version of yourself make decisions when life isn't when all the stars are not aligned? Does that version of yourself still go to the gym? Do they still eat the right types of foods, even though they may have had a stressful day? You know, life might be busy. Do they still make it a priority to hit the gym? Do they still prioritize their sleep because they care about themselves? They value their not just their appearance, but their energy, their health. Critical, critical things, guys. And so don't focus on perfection. Focus on execution, progress. All right. Every morning we got two choices. We can either sleep with our dreams or wake up and chase them. Boom. Love it. These are great quotes, great things to live by. Hopefully I found this helpful. If you want more help from me, you want me to remove the guesswork for you, give you structure, give you some clarity on exactly what steps you need to take to lose this weight, keep it off, and fix your health. Because I know some of you guys who are rocking with my content, you're dealing with things like type 2 diabetes, the high blood pressure, erectile dysfunction, and you don't have to live this way. Like there's a lot of people just like suffering in silence when you don't have to. Strength is being willing to ask for help. The people who they just try to figure out on their own and they just wallowing in their pain, it's not strength. They could put on a facade like everything is good, but deep down they know things are not good. And so You got to be willing to make those changes, decisions. This is why you have presidents. Why do they say presidents are the most powerful people in the world? Their decisions, the decisions that they have to make to lead the country. And so you are the president of your life. What type of decisions are you making in your life to move your life forward? Because if your life isn't moving forward and it's moving backwards, you got to take a look back at what type of decisions you've been making up to this point. Especially if you're not happy with your body and health, if you're ready to make some shifts and changes, it's time to change up your decisions. Okay. Other than that, guys, hopefully I found this helpful. Try to keep these lives around about 20 minutes or so, 15, 20 minutes. Again, if you want help from me, I'll drop a link down in the description below. That way you can learn more about coaching, one-on-one coaching with me, okay? Where I remove the guesswork, give you structure on exactly how to hit your goals, okay? And keep them, not just get them, keep them. Other than that, guys, we out of here. Let's get it.